These motherfuckers don't believe in us, and God did.
Man, oh man, it seems that James Gunn DC influence is working strong. I know people were like, oh, Chewy, you're such a James Gunn bootlicker. Go suck on a gorilla dick with arthritis, you fucking morons, because I love this. So apparently Aquaman just had a test screening and positive things are coming out of it. People are really loving the second Aquaman. And again, I love it because I love DC. And the more DC succeeds, the more I get happier and happier. Like taking Viagra and smashing Megan Thee Stallion all night long, bro. Because I'm excited for Aquaman Part 2. I love the first Aquaman. I love Jason Momoa. And again, it just raises more questions than answers if Jason Momoa's Aquaman will truly be gone. Let's see.
My pencil!
And we got more tea from my favorite snow bunny, Grace Randolph. So apparently, according to her, take this with a grain of salt as usual, Supergirl movie looking for a female screenwriter. Okay, makes sense. I thought it would be Tom King, but never mind. Brave and the Bold closes the screenwriting deal. Oh, we're getting writers for Batman. Who is it going to be? Just let Affleck write that bitch. Dust off that fucking Deathstroke script and let's do this. Apparently, the Authority already has a writer, James Gunn. Now, this makes sense because we all know that James Gunn is going to write not most, but some several projects that he's really passionate about, and the Authority seems one of them. And the Authority is basically the DC's version of The Boys. So if that shit's rated R, going balls to the wall with no condom, I'm all in.
I'm gonna whoop that ass, boy.
Now this I find really, really fascinating. So a fan asked James Gunn on Twitter, how old will your new actor be for Batman? Early 30s? And James Gunn just said, we haven't casted yet. Now I find this very interesting wording, because James Gunn could have simply said, yes, we're casting for a younger Batman, early 20s, early 30s. That's not a big spoiler. But the fact that he said, we haven't casted yet, leads me to circle back around on Batfleck. And I know Truth be like, Truth, would you get off Ben Affleck's cock already? Stop gagging on it, all right? He's not going to be Batman anymore. Let it go. Let him breathe. Let him move on. And I get it. I hear you, and I agree with you. Will Ben Affleck be Batman in the DCU? I don't know. Probably not. You're probably right. But what if? What if? The fact that James Gunn simply said, we haven't casted yet, I don't know, man. It just raises more questions than answers. The fact, like I said, he could have easily said, yes, we're going to get a younger Batman, preferably in early 30s. But, the fact that he just said, we haven't casted yet, meaning no comment, meaning I can't answer this, because if I do, it will probably give away that, yes, Ben Affleck will stay in the DCU, and yes, Ben Affleck will be our Batman for the DCU going forward, and yes, Ben Affleck will raise Damian and will be the Batman. I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Let me hope. Let me be an optimistic nerd for once. Again, you guys are probably right that James Gunn will likely recast a new Batman for the new DCU, and I will be wrong. And all my hopes and dreams of Ben Affleck continuing as the Dark Knight in front of my face, neck, and chest will no longer be a reality. But what if? What if? What if, and you saw the post that James Gunn and Ben Affleck had conversations. They keep having continuous conversations. We all know, most likely, 90% that Ben Affleck will direct the Batman Brave and the Bold. But what if he's actually going to be the Batman? What if he's directing and starring in the Batman? We are, like I said this many times in previous videos, he's a great Batman. We love him as Batman. And why not have a talent like Ben Affleck stick around, especially when Ben Affleck will be more happy, more optimistic, knowing that James Gunn and Peter Safran and David Zaslav have a firm grasp on DC now. So that, there's not going to be all this shenanigans and fuckery going around. It's like, well, you can't produce that, you can't make this, and make sure this runtime has a mandate, and make sure you reshoot this, and blah, blah, blah. Like, Ben Affleck doesn't have to deal with any of that nonsense anymore. So we'll see. Gotcha. Gotcha. So that's going to be it, my beautiful DC brothers and sisters. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, your sister's ass, and all that good shit. And let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts? So much big news coming for DCU, and the fact that Ant-Man and the Wasp is sitting at, like, what, 50%? Because we all know Marvel is absolute trash. And I'm glad that finally people are starting to wake up and realize this is all bullshit. I told you, didn't I tell you, that Marvel is going to stumble while DC is going to rise to the occasion like a fucking 45-year-old middle-aged stripper who's looking for the past of her glory days. DC's where it's at. Love you all. Truth out.
Possible homosexual. Must investigate further.